Welcome to Durham Farm. Today we're doing a tour of the farm and where everything is located at. Here we have the original drilled well, and the pipe here is actually the vent pipe for the well. So, of course now we have city water, but that's just our backup. Here we're starting off with the blueberries. The blueberries are starting to ripen now. We have an azalea bush, another azalea. Here we had a blueberry that didn't make it. I've replaced that one. We have 3 different varieties of blueberries planted. Here we have a peony and supposedly another blueberry. And we have the orange azalea along with a walnut tree. The blueberries are ripening now. This is not ready yet. This one here is loaded, and the blueberries are actually weighing the limbs down. There's so many. We've been eating these the last few days, and the ones we have are the larger size. The azalea bush is getting pretty good size now. Yep. We'll be picking blueberries this following week. Now, this is a white azalea. Okay, here we have Sweet Minion tomato tomatoes. And they're doing pretty good. They're already starting to bloom. And we got Walla Walla onions. There's several patches of those. And yellow daylilies. Now this is, we think it's a strawberry crepe myrtle, but we're not quite sure. So, some more Walla Walla onions. And right here we have our black raspberries. She's done excellent with raising these. And we have a lot of new growth coming on. We have a lot of berries showing up. We'll be picking berries here in a few weeks. Wow, they have done excellent. We just built this trellis this past spring. So you kind of take these and push it back underneath. So it's actually coming up through the center of your trellis to keep them in line. We have a couple ice roses, that one, and this one right here. And I can't tell you what these roses are. There, lilies in front. We have a volunteer asparagus we kept. Let it alone. I will assume that's 4 o'clock, but I'm not sure. So, in this part we have the carrots and Walla Walla onions. And let's see. Get my paper right. These are called Summer Romance. Now these flowers are nearing the end of their cycle. We did have a bunch of them, but they're starting to fall off. And here we have a variety. Now on the right here, or to my left, these are honey select corn, sweet corn, very delicious. Eat it right off the cob, right in the garden. No cooking required. Here we have an assorted tomatoes between Celebrity, Beefsteak, and Amy Jim. She has some multicolored peppers in between. Now these group here, once the tomatoes are gone, 2 or 3 months from now, these pepper plants will take over, and we'll have this bed all the way up until frost. Now we have a few salvia on the corner. These are Marketmore tomatoes. Marketmore cucumbers. I got tomatoes on the brain. Tomatoes right here in the middle, and I don't know what shorts you got on those. Okay. Now this is some kind of princess flower. I'm not sure. There's got 2 big ones and 2 more coming on. Bee balm here in the corner. And that in there is a it's some kind of lily. I'm not sure. Now this one here is the Aztec in full bloom. It's called the orange Aztec lily. I'm not sure what rose that is. And clematis in the back. So here we have yellow lilies with the clematis growing up over. And in back here is her pineapple lily. You can barely make it out in the dark, the shade. Down this row here we have the park whopper tomato plants all the way down this row. And in front we have more colored peppers. Let's see. On the left here we have stonehead cabbage, a garden lilac, and of course our rhododendron bush. On this side here we have the Bravo cabbage in amongst the peas. Peas are coming along fine. We got quite a few peas coming on. So we'll be harvesting those soon. This pea crop on the side here will be our cucumber patch, and this will become our beans, which I think she chooses Roma beans. So around the back of these we have the romaine lettuce, which is near the end of its cycle. A volunteer cabbage. And out in front of this is our zucchini, right next to this red salvie. And it's just now coming on. And here we have our butter crunch lettuce. Now the butter crunch lettuce on the high part, this part here is the volunteer from last year. This is the new patch. We'll let these bolt and gather seed from them. Then we have, let's see, we have buttercups. We have a beautiful rose. I don't know what the name of the rose is. And lily orange rose. The white rose is already gone. And then a few irises, which they are, this used to be, but these irises are already come and gone. And then we have market more cucumbers. And we got cucumbers coming on, lots of bloom. We've already had several already off of here. And they're trellis to climb up and over. And then on the back side of another clematis. And here's her hot onions. I don't believe I have a name for it, just hot onions. And in the center here, we have Concord grapes. Now, this is our main crop this year. The others haven't been pruned back, but they're recovering from being pruned. But we should have quite a few grapes this year. See if I can get a look in. Nope. Hard to see. Now these you can see. Full lit sun. And then right in amongst here, we have a mama bird sitting on a nest. I don't know if you can see her. No, she took off. Let's see if she has babies in here or not. Oh, she has baby feed. We don't want to disturb her no more than we have to. Now, and close inside the circle is our jaguar. Morning, jaguar marigolds. I'll get it out here in a minute. And behind we have our pansies. And amongst the pansies, you see a few salvie around our hillbilly hot tub. And this is the Council of the Frogs, where you take your time and uncover deep truths right here. Spot where the umbrella goes. Okay. We just finished these. We brought these out of the greenhouse, and the arbor's been finished. We'll let the grapes run across the gazebo. Belladonna there. There's a Russian there, but they're not come back up yet. They rise up and drop off. Here we have our greenhouse, and the greenhouse is under construction. We have these windows in on this side. Those are yet to be done. We've got our deer antler shed chandelier. She likes to go shed hunting in January and February. This is a work in progress. We're done with the greenhouse for this time of year. So, of course, we have our solar panels and an assortment of flowers that she had left over, roses, clematis, and irises in here. Now, this is our solar powerhouse. In it we have, we recharge our lawnmower, weed eater, and electric chainsaw off of solar power. And then we have a electric scooter, which we charge off solar power. Now, she grows potatoes in tubs. These in the front here are the ones that she saved seeds from last year. There's a Mr. Stripey tomato plant. Now the potatoes here in the back are Kennebecks, and also in tubs, but these are the ones that she bought seed for this year. Some more more cucumbers, and they'll trellis and they'll go up over and complete the V. On the right here, we have, let's see, these are Mr. Stripey. Yep. Oh, these are Amy Gems. Mr. Stripey's on the left here. And right here we had some red Russian kale, but we got, our first seed was bad and it didn't come out very well. So we're waiting on those. So we didn't have no kale this year. Let's see, Mr. Stripey there. Next one is a yellow tomato. No, Amy Gems. Then the yellow tomato. Then the next one is Parks Whoppers, which is her main crop. And as you can see, they are blooming. And then we have our celebrity tomatoes. And then our Ozark strawberries. Strawberries are about over with, but we still got a few in there ripening. And then in this group here is her main Parks Whoppers, and very healthy looking plants coming along fine. Now, over here we have a hydrangea, and you can bury certain metals with hydrangea to change the color. We haven't done that. And here we make our own dirt. We compost everything. All those right there is what left over out of the greenhouse, brought out here and set out, and allowed to grow up among the old tomato cages. Now this section of dirt has already been removed and distributed. This is in the process right now. We'll be digging this up and move it over to that pile there. And you got to turn it ever so often. And then the compost goes back out in the garden when you're ready to plant some new patch. Now we've had a tremendous amount of rain, and our bean patch drowned it out. So all this has to be plowed up and redone. The corn, a lot of it drowned it, but she replanted some of it. And that is your Honey Select. Then we have Kenny baked potatoes, 2 rows already healed and going fine. Now the red raspberries are full production right now, and we're picking these as fast as they ripen. Every day you come out and you pick a bunch. They're delicious. Now this is our Hungarian yellow wax banana pepper. The ground's just about dried up enough where I can hoe them out and work them out. Haven't done it yet, but it's coming up. This is our asparagus. Wow, look at the red raspberries. Now in the background, you hear the 17-year locust. Well, basically the actual name is cicadas. This 2 empty rows here never got planted because it's just now dried up enough. Of course, ours are Concord grape. Having a locust. Let's see if I can find one and zero in on it. Locusts have about another month and then they'll be gone. There's the jaguar marigolds again with the salvie. These are my rattlesnake pole beans. And I just got them strung up here recently. And they're starting to take off. They'll climb all the way top this and left and right of it. And this in behind it is the Apache blackberries. Now we cut the Apache blackberries all the way down to the ground, letting them come back out again, because you got to do that every so often, because otherwise the berries keep getting smaller every year. They need fresh cane. And we've got a few bloomed, but our main crop this year will be her, let's see, she calls those the triple crown blackberry. We got two arbors of those, and they're full blooms. So we're expecting blackberries here in a few weeks. And we finished this trellis back during spring, and they also are doing just fine. Nice big sturdy stalks coming up. Here in the corner we have a mulberry bush, but mulberries, we just started it, so it'll be a year or two before we have mulberries off it. And here we have 3 beefsteak tomatoes. A place where the raspberries, the strawberries will be moved up to here to these two beds sometime in the future. Here's our oldest blueberry bushes. Of course, we have more. These are supposed to be super sugar snap peas, but we think they gave us some of our seed instead. Let's see if I can get that. And let's see, these are Amish paste tomatoes. We want these to separate from theirs, but we want to save seed from them. Now these all need to prune them back, and the older stalks taken out, but we've never done that yet. So the new growth is loaded down with berries, but the older growth only has a few on it, or none. So these don't look like much right now. This is my Bloody Butcher corn, and the corn is needs to be thinned out and worked out, and it's finally dried up enough where we can actually do that. And there in the middle we have a dog tick, which is what's the real name for the dog tick? This one for ground moles. Don't forget the name. I'll think of it 5 minutes from now. This is our archway she's put in, and the peas climb up over that. Now once the pea crop is gone, which is very soon, we'll be replacing all these with beans. There's some more pepper plants. And then here we have summer squash and yellow squash and butternut squash. Okay. And they'll climb up on the trellis and hang down from the trellis by this fall. This is a blank area here that we not use because it stayed too wet for too long. We're gonna plow it up here in the next day or two, and it will be ready. Now, the Bloody Butcher corn we grind up into cornmeal and make cornbread from that. The rattlesnake pole beans, they dry on the vine, and we shake those out. And dry beans, we don't can or we just simply shell the beans after they're dried out and cook them just like you would pinto beans. But this is our garden on Durham Farm. There's somebody posing for a shot. Have a nice day.